Hey, Lee Robinson here from American Sentinel Canine. This video is separate from the other ones that I made today because this one's pretty important. And this is, when it comes to breeding dogs or buying dogs, do what you want, okay? There's a lot of people out there that will try to influence you and tell you that you need this or you need that, or they'll try to sell you this or sell you that. And if it's not exactly what you want, you're going to end up being disappointed. So get what you want. Find a person that's producing what you want. And if you want to be a breeder, go learn from them about their dogs. Now, if they can't educate you on some of the other areas, that's fine. Just get a dog from them and go on about your business. But if they can, if they have an older program, ask them about their knowledge. However, I'm not going to tell you to take all their advice, because the truth is maybe they give you some good advice and maybe they give you some bad advice. One of my favorite horror movies, I have several favorite movies, but one of my favorite horror movies is Cape Fear. And this guy named Max I think his name's Max or Max Cody or something like that. At the very opening scene, he's walking out of he's doing pull-ups on a prison. He's got a cross on his back, a tattooed cross on his back. And it says truth and justice. But anyway, he's done with his pull-ups. He drops down to the ground. You see some books in the background sitting on a homemade shelf. And he walks out. And one of the guards says, "Max, what about your books?" And his response is, "I've already read them." So he leaves the books there and he goes on about his way. Now, the point of this is, don't believe everything you hear, but you hold on and keep the stuff that you do that you like. And you need to actually ingrain that knowledge so it's part of you, not just something that you've read and you can apply on a piece of paper when somebody asks you a question. You need to really understand it so you can incorporate it into your program. So, if you really want to be a great breeder, you need to spend some time learning about genetics, learning about meiosis, learning about natural selection, performance selection, the 4 steps of it. Learn about genetic drift and divergent evolution. Because divergent evolution is going to allow you to diverge your program so it fulfills the niche that you want. And this is about breeding what you want. It's not about satisfying everybody else. It's about ending up with what you want. And to do that, you have to select for the traits that you want. Anyway, so don't settle, okay? Go out and, dogs are expensive. I've got a total of 9 acres. If you really want to breed, it's going to be pretty difficult to do in the city. I recommend getting some land, because you're going to need a place where you can house the population that you need to build off of. And if you're in the city, your population is going to have to be spread out with other people, and other people can be a disappointment. Sometimes they don't work with you as well as they promise. So anyway, long-term goals, just get what you want. And if you look at all the stuff that I've invested here, I've got over $250,000 invested in this. So what does this mean? This means if you spend $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 for the right dog, that's nothing in the big picture of things. If you want to get started, buy the best female that you can. Then you can always take that female back to somebody else's male if you can find a really good male, and then build your population that way. All right, and then so buy the best female that you can and work from there. So and as far as how are you going to test these dogs, well, that's going to be another video. But on the aspect of confirmation, I'll go ahead and say that hip x-rays, they're kind of a quick glimpse. They're no guarantee, okay? You still have to test the dog to see if the dog's going to be able to perform. But a hip x-ray gives you a glimpse to see if there's at least a flaw in an area. And this is something we should look at when we're dealing with man dogs, because man dogs have mastiff heritage, and mastiffs tend to have hip issues. So you want to check for that just to make sure you don't have a problem right off the bat. And when you buy your female that's going to be a good female, check with the breeder to see what kind of replacement guarantee they have should that female come up with some sort of problem. All right, y'all take care, and we'll make some more videos later.